Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
All right, guys, it's National Hot Dog Day. We touched on that in 3 things to know today. So if there's a hot dog in front of you, bun and beautiful Frank, what are you putting on it if you can put anything on it? Murphy, go.
You know, sometimes I feel simple. Sometimes I, load it up. But for me, most of the time, honestly, ketchup is enough. Maybe mustard, maybe mayo and ketchup. I'll do mayo and ketchup together. Those are probably my two favorite things.
I read today that putting just ketchup on a hot dog is considered wrong.
Wrong?
I don't know. In the food world.
The
kind of like eating with a fork. They say that's wrong, too. You got to pick it up.
Oh, yeah?
Who eats a hot dog with a fork?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe one of those foot-long Sonic,
Maybe.
loaded with chili.
Yeah, if they get messy, you probably would eat it that way.
I don't know. I think it's a hand food. But
you and I were hitting a couple of places on our vacation.
We walked into a place at a hot dog bar.
It was a sausage. Really, it was a sausage that they had on it. And I put sauerkraut on that. Yeah. I thought that was delicious.
And they had that. So we were and I want to get to what you want. Let's do that. What do you want on yours? Anything goes,
Well, first
Sam.
of all, I want bun length.
Okay.
I like big, thick hot dogs.
Okay. Fat dog.
If I'm going to do a mayo, ketchup, mustard, it's just going to be mayo.
Okay.
I'm a mayo person. I know it's probably purists are going, yeah, but it'll be mayo. And then I'll put some chili on it, some shredded cheese, and some onions.
So you'll do mayo and chili together?
Well, here's the thing. If I'm just eating a hot dog, it's like one of those party situations where you just have the condiments.
Yeah.
Mayo and a hot dog.
Right.
But if I have chili, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't need the mayo with the chili.
Right. Okay.
Good.
I was wondering if you were mixing those.
Good.
I'm sure some people do.
For me, I like, they say the number one condiment on a hot dog in America is still mustard.
Yeah.
Just mustard. And I think there's a lot to be said for how perfect that is, that combo of just mustard on a hot dog. If the hot dog is good, if it's cooked right and it's very flavorful, boom. But so when we were at that hot dog bar, I tried to, it was hard because there's everything you could ever want on a hot dog in front of you. But I don't like them to be very heavy and messy. I like it to be sort of neat, if that makes sense. We were in the car with it too. We were eating on the run. So I didn't want to get it all over your car. So a little bit of chili, a little bit of mustard, and some onions. Love the crunchy onions. And I think I may have done a little cheese.
Yeah.
But trying to keep it, neat.
Yeah.
Is that a dumb thing to say?
No.
You think of a hot dog as a messy food.
Yeah. The one thing that I used to as a kid, because my mom would put it on there, would be relish. But I'm not really a relish. Now, I'm a fresh relish person, but it's tough to find fresh relish.
You can do it in
Usually
your
it's
own
coming out of a
kitchen.
jar.
Yeah.
But
They had jalapenos on that bar too.
yeah. But the hot dog is one of the few times that I actually enjoy raw onions on something.
Yeah.
I prefer grilled onions on most things, but on a hot dog, I can do that.
It's like you need the crunch because everything else that you bite into is soft.
It's not about crunch for me as much as it is just it's got that little punchiness to it,
Punch and crunch.
And this is going to sound weird too, but you mentioning relish, there are times when Mr. Pickle Hater over here does put relish on his hot dog.
Cool.
Just a little bit, because only if it's got all the other stuff that can kind of mix and blend with the relish. Because if I just put relish on it, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So if I have the chili on there, that's got the salty and the peppery and all that with the relish, I can handle that.
Let this podcast, the reason I want to do this is not just to talk about hot dogs, but I do like to know what everybody wants on their hot dog. But to serve, let this podcast serve as an idea starter for you. If you forget how fun it is for kids every once in a great while, maybe you don't want to serve hot dogs every week, but every once in a great while, it's fun for kids, if they eat hot dogs, to do a little mini bar at home and let them have the hot dog they want. Maybe they only want cheese on it,
They may just want it plain.
or ketchup. Ketchup is a thought,
Yeah.
I had a friend a long time ago who only wanted barbecue sauce on her hot dog. And I found that odd and different, but it was something that her grandfather had done, and that's what she did. We had a party one time, we had hot dogs, and that's what she wanted.
It's probably very different if you have all the things in front of you and you got choices. You're going to put more than you normally would.
Yeah.
If nothing's out, you're going to grab the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Mustard or ketchup or mayo. Which I guess if they ranked the top, No, I know you
Mustard.
said mustard's at the
It
top.
is.
I'm assuming the other liquid condiments and then chili are probably, and then
Chili
everything
is
else
high
falls
on the
below
list,
that.
and cheese and onions.
Last year when I went to Fenway Park,
Yes,
got a
Sam.
couple hot dogs. You know how you walk away and then they have all the condiments you can put?
Yes.
They only had ketchup and mustard. There was no mayo option. And,
Right,
I wasn't going to go
you're right.
ask for it because it's like,
Well, I understand that the mayo option. Honestly, I think it's not as common because mayo does not do well in heat.
yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It goes, ketchup and mustard for some reason seem to be impervious to all that. But yeah, you don't really see, unless it's a cooler environment,
Yeah.
you're not going to see the mayo offering.
Yeah.
I've never had an actual Chicago dog, but when we were at Disney years ago, they had what they said was a Chicago style hot dog, which was loaded up with more stuff than I've ever seen. And they did have the fresh relish on it, which is a different experience altogether than what you get in the jar. It's good. You almost can't eat the whole thing. But it was so piled high. It was messy. Honestly, if I would have finished it, I think I would have had to have used a fork because the relish was falling off of the bun.
Yeah. So the idea for the dinner and doing a little hot dog bar is fun, but my favorite way I've ever seen hot dogs served, you were with me, Murphy. I think, Sam, you were not there. It was an event we had gone to, and it was a party where there was all kinds of food coming out. And there was a big board of, and you can do this at your house. You can do this for a party. Make hot dogs, put one thing on them or put little, bowls on the side so people can put what they want, but cut them in half. And so it's like finger food. You can walk up and just pick half a hot dog up. Remember that board? It had half hot dogs on it, ready, warm. They were all warm.
Yeah.
It had grilled cheese sandwiches that were cut in half or it cut in fours.
Yeah.
And little slider burgers.
Yeah.
It was a big board full of concession food.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it was prepared was to be finger food. You could pick up just a little square of a grilled cheese sandwich or just half a hot dog. And I think there were little bowls on the side where you could put stuff on top. So fun. Now, you got to keep all that warm.
Yeah.
But what happened, it would come out of the kitchen into the dining room of this party, onto that board and under a light, I want to say. But they were heat lamp, and they were gone quickly.
Yeah. That's like comfort food being thrown in front of you.
Yeah, they were gone quickly.
One of the recipes I've seen a lot of these barbecue folks try is making burnt ends out of hot dogs.
Oh,
Burnt ends being from is it brisket that it comes
Yeah.
from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, like a cheat way or a cheap way to make burnt ends is, you slice the hot dog into little 1 or 2 inch nuggets, and then you put them through the oven and the grill and all that, or you smoke them and put them on the grill.
yeah. Make them crispy on the ends.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that would be. That's the way that my parents used to cook hot dogs on the grill anyway. It was always
burn
it
them.
was burnt whole.
Burnt
actually.
offerings.
Oh my
Right.
gosh. Yeah. Anyway, it's so cool. It's National Hot Dog Day, and it's just not a food that we think of very often to
Why did
serve
they
at the house, but it's fun.
I wonder why they picked today as National Hot Dog Day.
Summer. I have no idea.
I guess it is a summer thing,
Maybe
know.
it's Oscar Mayer's birthday or something. Speaking of which, hot dogs, do you have a brand you like or a favorite?
I don't.
Flavor?
I can't say.
Yeah.
When we were little, my mom would buy the Oscar Mayer ones, and I liked the red ones, the ones that made the water pink.
Yeah.
I liked the cheaper ones. I just loved the way they tasted.
I think there's so many choices today.
Yeah.
You can't pick one brand if you like. I mean, because there's so many different ways and flavorings and all that.
I think the
So, yeah,
sausage
I don't-
dog is great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly nothing wrong with Oscar Mayer. It's the quintessential, hot dog, but it's not the ones that we buy now. It's the other brands that just
The
have different
fancy.
flavors and different. Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever tried the Nathans and the
yes.
Hebrew National?
Oh, yes.
Oh, those are just
They're
so good.
incredible.
Yeah.
And also shout out for America's recent of late favorite hot dog, the Costco hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
And you
$1.50.
can buy a big pack of those at Costco, or you can just buy one for $1.50 on the way out.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.